Hello and thanks for joining us today on Playing the Field. I'm Maria Serrao. Now it's March and I'm in Arizona, so that can only mean one thing. That's right, Dodgers and Angels spring training. Now, these teams have made some big changes in the offseason. The Angels adding infielder Anthony Rendon and the Dodgers adding pitcher David Price and Mookie Betts from those Boston Red Sox. Now, I had a chance to catch up with both managers today, Joe Maddon at the Angels and of course, Dave Roberts here at the Dodgers. So let's find out how their teams are coming along so far this spring.
Drew, what's the chemistry been like in the locker room?
Pretty spectacular, I think. People say, "Oh, chemistry," and that's ridiculous. What are you talking about? And that's because if you don't know how to create it, then you'll make fun of it. I was very bad in the subject in school, actually, though. I had Valentine Cherlitsky in high school, and I was the worst chemistry student in history. But I think it can be nurtured. But how do you do that? Through communication. I think it's also there's a freedom involved, where you don't try to control everything that's going on. You permit the guys to be themselves, and of course there's structure. But when they know they can be themselves and come out here in that manner, then you're going to get the best version of that player. I had a great conversation on the bench yesterday with Knowles. Have you guys talked to Knowles yet?
No.
You're missing out. Talk to Knowles. This is the kid from the Bahamas. But he's interesting, entertaining, and he's not even 20 years of age. And I love the way he was able to speak with me candidly and not worrying that this is the manager of the team. It was outstanding, and I took that as a great sign.
Do you enjoy these springs, first spring with the team, and getting to go through those conversations with guys?
Oh yeah, I do. I really enjoy spring training in general. I love the idea of putting thoughts out there and watching things take shape. Next year when we get together, you'll have that bedrock down there, and you might want to make some adjustments. That's cool. But the first year it's about that, and it is building relationships. This group here is, they're very wide open. They're very wide open, and they listen very well. Not just to me. I'm talking the whole coaching stuff. I'm watching the interaction, and I'm sure a lot of guys say that in every camp. I'm just telling you, I've done it before, and I've really enjoyed how these guys have embraced all the new stuff that we're talking about.
I think it's been a really good camp. I think that obviously you get guys like Jimmy Nelson, Jock Peterson, a little kind of nicked up, but for the most part we've been pretty healthy, and just kind of nursing these guys to health, and just kind of getting ramped up because it's going to get here quick. And I talked to Cody today, Bellinger, and you look at the calendar and go through a schedule, and it's going to be on us quickly. So I think that we're trending in the right direction. I think the next step, is just he's set a new benchmark for himself, and it's kind of that's where there's expectations always from the outside, whether it be from as a team or individually. But I think that there's no more expectation a person puts on himself or a team than themselves. And so I think for Cody, it's kind of prepare the way he did, and expect the results to be somewhat similar. He's an MVP player, and I think that he's reached a certain plateau where I think that he was pretty proud of himself, and now you got to kind of repeat it. I think the biggest thing for me, and we talked about this last spring before the season, was the way he prepared. I just think that going into 19, into that winter and all spring, everything he did that was more focus intent, and it's like he took that all the way throughout the season, really, and it paid off. And I see that same kind of mindset again.
And now it's time to catch up with our Los Angeles Dodgers and find out how spring training 2020 is coming along.
We are here with a returning favorite, Alex Wood. Welcome back to the Dodgers.
Thank you. Happy to be back.
When you go away from a team and you come back, what is it like to come back to a team that you were very comfortable with?
It's great. It kind of feels like I never left. I got a lot of close friends in the clubhouse. It's kind of just feels like I'm picking up where I left off. It's nice to be back around everybody on a daily basis. Putting work in and getting excited for season. I've loved my time here, and I'm excited to be back.
What's it like with new people in the locker room? How long does it kind of take to acclimate to that?
I don't think it's bad. There's some new faces. And obviously being in spring training, when you have 60-some guys from the start of camp until a few weeks in, you start to meet some new people and make some new friends. But it's still a large part of the guys in here is the same core that was here when I left, and so it doesn't usually work like that. So to come back with a lot of the same guys that have been here for a while and that I play with for 4 years is special. So I'm excited. I think we got a good team, and it's gonna be a fun season.
What's it like to actually go away and come back? What do you think you learned the most from the time away?
Yeah, you just you notice different things. Your perspective changes a little bit. I had a tough year injury-wise last year. It's funny how things work out. Last year was so miserable for me, being hurt most of the year, and then but now getting to wind up back here, and I feel healthy and excited to help this team compete. But I think me personally, just trying to stay in the moment, be a little bit more present, not be so worried about tomorrow. And just enjoying where I'm at. I think that's the number one thing that I kind of took from last year, and it's made me appreciate things a lot more, and it's been a little bit more fun too as well.
Well, and it's interesting. You're going back to a place where you pitched very well.
Yeah, no doubt. And so I knew that going into off season. Once I knew there was some serious interest, that this is a place I've had success and I'm comfortable. And obviously I really winning is really important to me, and so to be able to kind of check all those boxes was pretty cool.
We are here with Matt Beatty. Matt, how was your off season?
It was great. Lived out in LA in Pasadena. Just wanted to work out at the stadium, be with BMAC, Travis, our strength coaches, and just kind of, work out at the stadium. Can't beat the LA weather. So I'm from Tennessee, so it gets a little bit cold in the off season. So I just wanted to, be able to be outside, hit batting practice outside, and just be with those coaches and just enjoy the environment as much as possible.
From season to season, what do you work on to get a little better in your own game?
We kind of pinpoint, me and Travis Smith, one of our strength coaches, pinpoint some things, the deficiencies that I had last year. And this year was just kind of cleaning up my running form and trying to be as quick as possible, explosive as possible, just to, help with the flexibility of playing multiple positions. It really helps in the outfield, too, of when you clean up your running form, the ball's not going to bounce as much when you're running a ball down in the gap. So there's some things that we worked on. It's kind of different from year to year.
You've got some new faces in this locker room. How long does it kind of take to get to know everybody?
Yeah. I mean, you get to know them for a few days, but we're in the clubhouse for a lot of hours during the day, so you get to know each other pretty well, pretty quick. So, the guys that we added this year, obviously they're really talented ball players, but so far they've been, really great human beings and just a great fit in this clubhouse.
This year it's going to be a little bit more exciting because you've got the All-Star game coming to town. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, that's going to be great. Just to bring an All-Star game to the city of Los Angeles, and then at the iconic Dodger Stadium. That's going to be a really exciting All-Star game this year. A lot of guys are obviously going to be working hard to try to represent the Dodgers, and it's going to be a great time for the city of LA and for the Dodgers organization.
Back to spring training, has it been going? Does it go by fast for you or slow?
It's kind of a mix. I mean, sometimes it goes a little slow, just because it can kind of be a grind to try to get your timing down and get used to, having spikes on your feet all day long again. But for the most part, it's actually pretty fast. I mean, we're only a couple weeks away from the season, so I guess when you look at it like that, it goes pretty fast.
And one of our Dodger pitchers, Tony Gonsolin, does that name sound familiar to you? Well, if you live in Vacaville, California, it certainly does. Tony Gonsolin graduated from Vacaville High School, and so did I. Let's go back and talk about those Bulldogs.
All right, we are here with Tony Gonsolin from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tell us how your offseason was.
It was good. I was out here in Arizona, so I got the luxury of working out here at the complex every day, and it was awesome working out with the strength coaches and all that stuff, so it feels like just grew together and all that stuff, so it was just really comfortable out here.
What kind of things do you tend to work on from season to season, especially being up in the bigs last year, to get a little bit better?
Yeah, I know that last year I had a little bit of health problems, so this year I definitely want to, coming into spring training, trying to get my health back and trying to, come in a little bigger, stronger, faster kind of thing so that I can maintain health all through the year.
What do you think you learned last year that kind of gets you through this year?
I think the experience is good, just any kind of experience is a big thing, and trying to grow from that, And I did have a little bit of success last year, and hopefully I can build off of that success and continue it.
Got some new names in the locker room. How fast does it kind of take before you sort of acclimate to everybody?
I played, well, maybe not played with, but I knew a lot of these guys for sure. Like there's some new guys like Betts and Price and Grouderall and maybe some other guys that I'm missing. I'm sorry, but but yeah, it's been awesome getting to know these guys, and they're all very open and welcoming, and I think we are too as the Dodgers. So it's been pretty nice going through all that.
Okay, it's not very often. In fact, never have I met anyone that graduated from Vacaville High School, where I graduated from. What's it like coming from a very small town into the big city?
It's nice. I got a lot of friends back home and a lot of people rooting for me, and a lot of Giants fans back home that are
Giants fans
that are Tony Gonsolin fans. So it's been very supportive through all that.
And your family's still there, is that right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, mine is as well. So, were you a Vasquez guy or a Murillo's guy?
Probably Murillo's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other Vacaville places that you frequented?
I went to Chevy's a lot before it closed down a couple years ago, but that place was a big one, and the Chinois that just closed down actually this offseason, so that was a big heartbreak for me. That was my favorite all-time restaurant that I've ever been to, so it's pretty sad to see it close down.
Have you ever heard of senorita bread?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's kind of a new Vacaville thing that I had never heard of, so we'll have to hook you up.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thanks for spending some time, and we will see you back at the big stadium very soon.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks.
Now, of course, all of the players are very busy in training camp getting ready for the season, but there are some things that go on in spring training that just might surprise you. Let's find out what they are.
All right, so I want to go behind the scenes a little bit. For people that don't know, it's interesting in spring training. In addition to your work, you guys are looking at bats. You have people coming in to make suits for you, sunglasses. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there's no shortage of vendors. I'll say that. Whatever you need, you can get. So, you're always trying something new, or need to upgrade your wardrobe, whatever it might be. So, it's all here for you.
Is that helpful when you have the opportunity to do that now?
Well, I'm at this point. I've seen all of them. I know all of them. So, I think I'm usually pretty set. I usually try to stay in my bubble with my equipment and things like that. But I guess I'd say I use them when needed.
Are you a shopper in the off season?
I'm a bulk shopper, so like I won't get anything for pretty much all season. Then it's like, oh, the season's coming up, and I just go
nuts?
Yeah, I go nuts probably one time a year.
For people that don't know, we all know you guys are working out here, but there are some other things that go on I thought were interesting to share with the fans. You've got people showing you bats, sunglasses. There's people getting clothes made. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I think every day we have a new company out here kind of showing us their product, and it's really cool to see new sunglasses, new bats, new bat grip, gloves, kind of everything. So, it's really cool.
Is that helpful for you guys to kind of do that now?
Yeah, it's definitely seeing all these new companies and stuff. They all have new products, and they let you try stuff. So it's always cool to do it during spring. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you somebody who likes to try new stuff, or are you just like, nope, I want my stuff, that's it?
I am don't like to change a lot, but there are things that I've tried that I've liked. Yeah.
Well, you never know what's going to happen in spring training, and the players were very surprised when Joe Maddon invited one of his friends to come in and have a chat, and that was Charles Barkley. We are here today at Angels Camp with Justin Upton. Justin, how is camp going so far first?
It's going really good. It's a good atmosphere, getting our work in, and getting acclimated to being back on the baseball field.
Yeah, you have a new manager this year in Joe Maddon. What has he been like so far? He seems like a ton of fun.
Yeah, he is a lot of fun. He allows you to be yourself, get your work in, and it's just a good atmosphere. Very lively, keeps it light.
He's a big believer in having other people come in to motivate. Charles Barkley was here the other day. What does that do for you guys?
It gives us a different look, different perspective. Just to hear different people talk about what's gotten them to that point in their life or their success. So, it may touch one or two guys in the clubhouse, or it may touch a big group, depending on how they see things.
Yeah. Interesting. The rosters change a little bit each year. You've got Anthony Rendon in here now, and you've got a lot of big bats. How excited are you to get back to Angel Stadium and start hitting them?
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We got a lot of guys who've have had a lot of success, at the plate, and I mean overall on our team, I think we've brought together a pretty good group of guys that just know how to play the game and just do a lot of things well.
We are here with David Fletcher. David, you're a few weeks into camp. How's it going so far?
It's going great. I feel like there's a really good energy with this team.
Okay. And you've got some new guys in there. How long does it kind of take to acclimate to that?
Actually, pretty quick, I think. Definitely by the first week, we're all kind of feel like a team. So I think it happens pretty quick.
That helps. Now, you've got a new manager this year in Joe Maddon. He really likes to keep things loose. He's a lot of fun. Tell me your perspective on him so far.
I think he does a great job letting the players play their full potential and kind of lets you play loose and your own style, which is, I think, gets the most out of everybody.
We talk about like new people coming in. When a manager comes in and it's such a change, how long does it kind of take you to acclimate to him? Or is this going to be like an all-season thing?
Again, I think pretty quick. When you're around the team every day and around the new manager every day, it happens pretty quick, and you start feeling like the normal now.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I know that he's bringing in different people to motivate. Charles Barkley was here the other day. What was that experience like?
Yeah, that was really cool getting to meet Charles Barkley, and he had some good wisdom for us, and definitely put things in perspective on the game.
Is that helpful when you have somebody else coming in to give you sort of a different perspective?
Yeah, it's always, especially when it's like a future Hall of Famer in any sport, it's always really cool.
How is your golf swing?
My golf swing's not very good.
I know. I saw him out there kind of working with some of you guys.
Yeah, his golf swing's a lot better than mine.
Well, he has a lot more time now, I think, to make that better, too. All right, Keenan, we are here in spring training. How's it going so far?
It's going really good, yeah. Enjoying the weather, enjoying my new teammates, and getting to know all the new faces.
I wanted to ask you about that. How long does it kind of acclimate to having new guys in the locker room?
Pretty quick around here. Everybody's pretty I don't know. Everybody just likes to have a lot of fun around here.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to fit in, and it's not hard to just have that happen very quick.
I noticed that you also have a new manager this year. What is Joe Maddon like?
He's really laid back. Yeah, I like him a lot. Like, he's my kind of guy for sure. Not too many rules. Just be a professional, do your stuff, and take care of yourself.
He also, we're noticing, bringing in different kinds of guys to motivate you. Charles Barkley was here the other day. What was that like?
That was crazy. Like, somebody told me he was in the hall, and I was like, stop playing with me. And then I walked out there, and that was the most starstruck I've ever been. I told everybody that already. That was crazy. It was cool. It was fun. It's super cool that he likes to have fun like that.
I was going to ask you that. Do you feel that kind of helps out for you guys when you get to kind of meet guys like that? And
for sure, yeah. And then see him go out there with his terrible golf swing. No, it's not that. It's better than mine. I can't really talk, but
and he's got a lot more time on his hands, huh?
Oh yeah, no, he does. Yeah, he's definitely been working on that golf swing. But that made it fun too, and just have our guys, see our guys out there with him, just kind of competing, it was cool.
It seems like Joe's going to have a lot more surprises for you guys.
For sure, yeah, I bet he does. Yeah, I bet she has a whole bunch more surprises for us.
This season, I am working on a very special project with the American Heart Association called Keep the Beat Challenge. Now, I'm going to tell you about the challenge in just a minute, but there's some facts you need to know. Every 38 seconds, somebody dies from a heart-related ailment. So we want to really make a difference in 2020, and there's a couple ways that you can do that. First of all, of course, we want you to donate, and it's as easy as picking up your phone and sending a text to 41444. Keep the beat. That's all you have to do. Now, if you want to take part in the challenge, we want you to put a very short video together. You can sing, you can dance, whatever you want to keep the beat. Now, I'm going to challenge Dodger pitcher Ross Stripling. So let's see what Ross does to keep the beat.
Ross, how is spring training going for you?
It's going really well. I can't believe we're I think more than halfway done now.
Yes.
We leave for the Freeway Series in 2 weeks or so, so it's just flying by as it always does. But everything feels good physically. For the most part, the team's been healthy and they're looking great. So I know we're ready to get these last 2 weeks over with and start playing games that matter.
There's always new guys in the locker room. This year you've got a couple of new guys. What has that been like, and how long does it take to really get to know them?
Right. Spring training's tough because everyone's on different schedules, and but from what I've talked to Mookie and David Price, I mean, they're both just awesome guys, awesome additions to the locker room. They're going to be good leaders, world champions, MVPs, Cy Young. So, I mean, you can't ask for better locker room guys as far as resume, and then as far as people, they're great too. After 2 or 3 weeks, I definitely don't know them as well as I want to, but I got a full season ahead where I'll get to watch them play and get to know them and hopefully become good buddies with them. But so far, everyone's loving them.
This whole sport is such a brotherhood. Talk about that.
It is. A lot of people call it a fraternity, and it's funny how we can all be, even on other teams, I watch like Kershaw and Bumgarner talk in the outfield, and then when it's between the lines, it's like game on, so it's very much a brotherhood, and we all support each other, but when we're on the field playing each other, it gets intense, and but at the end of the day, we all support each other and have each other's backs, and it's awesome to be a part of. I mean, heck, at a given time, there's only 750 of us, and on Major League rosters, well, I guess now one more on each team, so it's a small group and a small knit group, and guys really support each other.
Lastly, something very exciting at Dodger Stadium this year. The All-Star Game is coming. Talk about that.
How cool is that? Right? First time in 40 years, I believe, and we're getting the renovations. Looks like they're working day and night to get that over with, so we're excited to see it. But to have an All-Star Game in LA just feels right. It's going to be really cool. The weather's going to be beautiful, and there's going to be people there, and it'll be really fun to see. Hopefully, I'm sure we'll have many guys make that team.
Of course.
Definitely a couple in the home run derby. We'll have a couple.
Yes.
Maybe, we'll fill half the home run derby squad, but it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, everybody has to go because you're sort of like the official ambassadors for LA.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. So we gotta show out. We gotta get 8 or 10 guys on that team if we can, and man, that'll be a lot of fun. I know a lot of guys are looking forward to that. Obviously, a lot of baseball before then, but that'll be really cool.
Very cool. All right. So then we will go into the American Heart Association. All right. Are we good? Okay, we are here with Dodger pitcher Ross Stripling. Ross, we are supporting the American Heart Association this year. They are doing a campaign called Keep the Beat. And keep the beat means keep your heart healthy. Every 38 seconds, somebody dies from a heart-related ailment. So it's 2020. We want to change that. So you, as an athlete, what do you do to stay heart healthy?
Well, for one, that's an awesome cause. I like that. Keep the beat. That's really cool. What we do, obviously, a lot of physical exercise, is how we stay healthy. And then nutrition is a big thing for us. Vitamins, vegetables, get everything that you can in your body that is to support it. No, you can have a cheat day and that kind of stuff. But for us and to keep the beat and just keep our hearts healthy, it's about vitamins, nutrition, physical exercise, an hour a day, go outside, go for a walk, get on the treadmill, whatever it is that you do. But that would be my advice for keeping the beat.
Okay, and then one of the things that we're doing along with this is for you to challenge a teammate to keep the beat. Who will you challenge?
That is a good question, putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
You know who I'll challenge? Clayton Kershaw.
Ooh,
yeah, I want Clayton Kershaw to keep the beat.
And we know that he loves playing ping pong in here.
That's a good one. If he's going to keep the beat on anything, it's probably ping pong. We got some good challengers this year. Bruce Gratterall and Mookie Betts are two really good ping pong players. So for the first time, Kershaw's got his hands full.
All right, and remember, you can donate to the American Heart Association. It's as easy as sending a text message to 41444. Keep the beat. Thank you, Ross Stripling, and thank you for the heart healthy tips.
Thank you so much.
And that will do it for today's show. Remember, you can watch Playing the Field 24/7 at playingthefieldtv.com. I'd love to stay longer, but I think there's a baseball game about to start, so I better go. I'm Maria Serrao, and we'll see you next time.